Hey folks, Kelani here, going to be giving you a brief overview and a look at the spell effects of 3 weapon enchants in Mr. Pandaria beta. These would be Colossus, Windsong and Elemental Force. These 3 are learnable from the trainer and don't require a separate recipe. So to start, we'll have a look at Colossus. Permanently enchants your melee weapon to make your damaging melee strikes sometimes activate a Mogu protection spell absorbing up to 7,500 damage. Obviously probably aimed towards tanks, but if you're on an intensive AoE fight, this could potentially be useful for all melee if you just swap in enchants if you have them readily available. So to have a look at that spell effect, it's quite similar to Mongoose, in fact very similar to Mongoose, in a blue glow with the lightning effects. So to move on to Windsong, permanently enchants a melee weapon to sometimes increase your critical strike, haste or mastery rating by 1,500 for 12 seconds when dealing damage or healing with spells and melee attacks. So basically a stat increase, which is not a primary stat. Definitely could be useful for some classes depending on what you value, I suppose, or if you heavily stack one thing. Probably not going to be as valuable as primary stat enchants, but we'll see how that goes. So for Windsong, that's sort of a bluish glow at the hilt and a yellowish glow throughout the rest. Got a couple spell effects coming off there. It's quite nice, I suppose. It's definitely more subtle than what we had in Cataclysm. Stop moving. And last but certainly not least, Elemental Force. This one's quite a baseline enchant, and I don't really think this will be amazingly valuable to anyone, but it looks kinda cool. Permanently enchants a melee weapon to sometimes inflict 3,000 additional elemental damage when dealing damage with spells and melee attacks. So not just melee, also with spells. So potentially it could be useful as an entry level enchant if you don't quite have enough money saved up to get those Shard crystals for the other ones. But I still feel that Windsong would probably pull ahead. But to look at that, it's sort of like Power Torrent but combined. So it does, instead of swapping between the two colours, it's just nicely red and purple at the same time. It's quite nice. Have to have a look at the other 3 when they become available. I'll try and get my hands on those. They do seem to be rather elusive, but never mind. I hope you liked the video, and I hope you haven't seen these before. It'd be a nice surprise for you. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.